But first, I want to join some dots for you tonight. The Mueller investigation, the media, Stormy Daniels, last weekend's White House Correspondents' Dinner, and Brexit. It's all connected, and here's how. Let's start with the real world. Good news on jobs, good news on household incomes, good news diplomatically with North Korea. A lot of good news. But the Sunday shows today on CNN and NBC, they were absolutely comically obsessed with who said what when over Stormy Daniels, the Mueller probe, and all the rest of it. The elitist media don't care about real issues and real policy because it doesn't affect them. They don't care about jobs and incomes because they're rich and comfortable. They don't care about education because their kids go to private schools or they live in such fancy neighborhoods that the public schools are practically private schools anyway. They don't care about the real world. They've never created a job or done anything useful. Their whole world is just words. The way they cover this president, they're not political reporters anymore. They're just TV critics. What did Trump say? What did you think about Rudy Giuliani's latest performance? Now, here's where it comes together with the White House Correspondents' Dinner last weekend. Peggy Noonan in the Wall Street Journal wrote something so powerful about Jake Tapper and Morning Joe and all the Trump-hating crew. Here she is. The dinner is elite journalists telling half of America, we hate you. It's as if they break out of their this just in face and say, you know how you think we don't share your values and respect your views? You know how you think that we're biased, self-infatuated twerps who think we're better than you? It's true. We do. Ha ha. As we saw today on the Sunday shows, the elitist media usually try to cover up their hatred of Trump and his supporters in high-minded pontificating about democratic norms and the rule of law. But that facade was blown apart this week. First by Judge Ellis on Friday when he showed that the real threat to democracy and the rule of law is the Mueller investigation itself. As the judge put it, you don't really care about Mr. Manafort. You really care about what information Mr. Manafort can give you to lead you to Mr. Trump and an impeachment. The American people feel pretty strongly about no one having unfettered power. Exactly. The ruling elite want unfettered power to get rid of the man they hate. They want to overturn the 2016 election. And now let's bring Stormy Daniels into the picture. Whatever happened in the past, the agenda now is very clear. Just listen to her lawyer.
I do not think that the president will last through the balance of his term. I just don't. Now, we're going to find out if I'm right or wrong, but I think he's going to ultimately resign the presidency. Mr. Trump will not serve out his term. No way, no how. He will be forced to ultimately resign. I believe that ultimately he will be forced to resign due to information that is going to come to light in connection with our case, as well as the raids by the FBI.
That's what it's about. Finally, let's connect Stormy Daniels and Brexit. Now, that's something I bet you never thought you'd hear in one sentence. Over in the UK right now, the ruling elite is plotting to overturn the populist revolution that led to the Brexit vote. The debate is whether to kind of stay in the EU, really, or to have a second referendum. You know, because the people got it wrong the first time. Brexit, Stormy Daniels, the Mueller investigation, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the elitist media. It is all one extremely ugly picture. The ruling elite saying to you, the people, how dare you try and take power away from us? We're not going to stand for that. We are witnessing a counter-revolution by elitists everywhere. And for the sake of democracy and the rule of law, it must be confronted and defeated. I'd love to know what you think of that. Please follow us at Steve Hilton X and at NextRevFNC.